Hi everyone, it's Ardith. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm really excited about my card, which uses a cover plate from a Jillian Vance design to get a look inspired by those layering dies that are all over the place these days. I started with the Mermaid Scales cover plate and I cut it 3 times, once each from gold sparkle card, white cardstock, and a light poppy red color. I also cut 2 narrow strips of white cardstock that I used as spacers. I started with the gold die cut. I flipped it over and applied liquid glue all over the back. I ran it all around the outside frame and then I put a tiny drop on each of the scales so that it would really stick well. I was so excited about this card I was pressing a little too hard on my poor glue tube and it got a little messy, but you'll do a better job. On my first layer I put the spacer down first. Because I had too much glue there, I had a hard time lining it up perfectly. But I put it down and laid down the white layer. Yep, that's me wiping away the excess glue. The spacer was to make sure that the white layer was slightly offset from the gold layer and would be visible from the front of the card. I wiggled the 2 layers a bit to get them where I wanted them, and I left them to dry. Then I cut off the excess white bits from the top and bottom with my trimmer, and I got ready for the next layer. Again, I flipped it over and added glue. I was able to be a little more careful this time, and this time I put the layer down before the spacer. There is stitching on the frame of this cover plate, so I could visibly line up the red layer with the stitching to give me the offset effect. I laid a piece of scrap paper over the top to press it down and help the glue to set. Then I added the spacer at the top. At this point, the spacer isn't really helping with the spacing, but it is in a way completing the red layer so that the whole piece is level and the edge is fully supported. I glued it down and then snipped off the excess on the one end. Then I trimmed the red off the bottom. I set the whole thing on a darker red panel and you can see all the colors looking so rich and festive. I used the circle die from E Snowman to cut a couple of circles to sit under my sentiment. The sentiment itself is the joy die cut from the Poinsettia Greetings Dies. I cut it from the same gold glitter cardstock. And then I cut some holly and berries from the Holly Swirls Die Set for a pop of green. I used the lighter red cardstock for the berries. Looking at this, I felt like the sentiment circle was a bit lost, so to finish the card, I cut one of the stitched sentiment labels from gold and I put it under the sentiment circle. I popped it up with foam tape on the card. I also blended some spruce ink onto the holly leaves to give a bit more dimension. I hope you enjoyed this video. I woke up with this idea fully formed in my brain and I was so excited to make this sparkly festive card. Shopping links are below and on Jillian's blog. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.